Richard DeDomenici. How are you?
Hi, Richard.
Wow, this is so exciting. How nice to see you.
So, Richard, I'm just going to give you a quick introduction for all of our listeners,
Okay.
if that's okay.
Sure.
Richard DeDomenici.
DeDomenici.
Thank you, Sam. Sorry, Richard.
Call me what you like.
DeDomenici is an artist of complicated European descent who specialises in backward solutions for a progressive future. Following the cancellation of Eurovision 2020,
Richard DeDomenici
organised the Coronavision Song Contest instead. So
I'm
this
sorry,
is
I sent such a long bio.
We could keep going.
Richard, yeah.
Richard's got great hair.
He's got a great shirt
got
on.
a great sense of humour.
Yeah.
This is a play suit, actually. I shan't stand up,
It's
but it's
not.
Very good.
Anyway.
And the Coronavision Song Contest, I have to say, was in my top 3 artworks of last year.
Wow.
It
Thank
was
you,
amazing.
Sam.
It was so
That's-
good.
That's a prestigious company.
You can quote it if you want in the bio.
I am going to quote that. But no, that's very generous. Thank you for watching. We restricted the songs to 2 minutes because it's hard, isn't it, in the pandemic to keep your attention span.
Yes, it is. That's a really good point. And I was just wondering, Richard, like, why did you make it?
Well, it was the 18th of March. It was 5 days before the first lockdown, and everyone was starting to get a bit nervous, and Eurovision said that they were going to cancel the 2020 contest because of the pandemic. And I could sense there was a general feeling of miserablism on the internet anyway. And I thought this is going to really send some people over the edge. So within minutes of the cancellation, I decided that I would start my own international song contest called Coronavision.
Amazing.
And it was a rash decision. It was naive, a crazy thing to think that I could do it by myself. But over the next 2 months, that's what we did. And we had over 30 entries from all around the world, a couple of disqualifications.
What for?
Well, one of them had already been released, and the other one wasn't really a song. It was just a
Right.
child sort of shouting. I didn't think it was eligible. So I started a Facebook group, basically, and loads of people joined. We had over 3,000 people in the Facebook group suddenly, and we had all these entries. And so I organised a proper contest, which I hosted. I was like the BBC, the European Broadcasting Union, and Terry Wogan at the same time. So
In
it's
lycra.
difficult. It was lycra. I was wearing a lovely red dress, which Terry never wore, I don't think. You never got to see him. Maybe he did wear a dress. I had to remain impartial, basically, but I hosted it to the best of my abilities, and we streamed it live. The songs were pre-recorded. People sent in videos of their songs, and I streamed them live on the same night as Eurovision should have happened.
Oh, that's amazing.
And thousands of people watched.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. People could vote. I made a score sheet that people could download. And then there was a method of voting that I figured out. We had over 500 votes, I think. Eventually, the winner was a song called Quelle est la date de ton anniversaire, which means what is the date of your birthday? And
Yeah.
it was performed by an artist called Lorna Melody Reese. She was the winner.
It was great, wasn't
It was
it?
brilliant. How long did it
And,
take you to count? Was it like, did it take ages, or like, how did you count?
No, luckily it was automated. So it would tell me how many people had voted for each act. So I didn't have to do the counting manually, which would have taken forever. So the lines were open for about 20 minutes, I would say, and we had some interval entertainment during that time. I could see the numbers coming in, so it's very exciting for me. Even as I was doing a 10-second countdown and saying, we're going to stop the voting, there were still votes coming in. So there was only one vote between the winner and the second place. So it was so close.
Nail-biting stuff, wasn't it?
It was a very exciting time. And then I announced the winner. We played the winning song again, and then we were able to speak to the winner on a video call.
That's
And actually, it was the video call connecting as well as the Wi-Fi stream that finally made my computer, which is like 10 years old, crash. And luckily, we were right at the end of the contest anyway. I just had to say goodbye, and that was the end. So we managed to do a
crashed out.
2-hour international broadcast
It's incredible.
for no budget. I couldn't afford to buy any equipment or anything. It was all just done with stuff that was in my flat.
Wow.
And the only thing I bought, I spent £3.49 on a gold trophy. That was the only expense of the contest. So it's terrifying, really, that it's possible for one person to do something to rival something like Eurovision.
yeah.
Obviously, it wasn't quite as glitzy, but
I mean,
think
it was
it's an
pretty
amazing,
close. It was pretty
It was,
close.
it was glitzy enough. I had some eyeshadow on.
And how much was it to enter, Richard?
It was free.
It
was
was
free
what?
to enter. It was free to
Free?
enter. No
Yeah.
money changed
Okay.
hands.
It's interesting.
And did
was
you put
good
any
opportunity.
political boundaries on who could be involved or not?
Not really. Like, I know Eurovision's got quite strict rules about not being political.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have had such a rule. No, I wasn't as strict. We had some of the same rules as Eurovision, but most of the rules I didn't adhere to.
Okay, and it was on at a different time, wasn't it? It was on at like 10 o'clock at night instead.
We had to put it on at 10. I didn't want to put it on so late, but about halfway through organising the contest, European Broadcasting Union announced they were going to put on this replacement programme called Eurovision Love Shine a Light, which was like a compilation programme. And I'm mad, but I'm not crazy enough to think that I can compete with an official Eurovision broadcast. So I thought, all right, I'll have to put it on straight afterwards, which it didn't finish till 10. So I think it finished just after midnight. But tonight, I'm going to rebroadcast it for the first time. Because the thing is, because it was going out on Facebook, it was streaming, and so it was really low quality. The frame rate was really bad. It was all juddery, like a Zoom chat, I also had a second camera set up, which was shooting in HD. So over the past year, I've re-edited the whole contest, all the crossfades and the cuts and stuff. I've re-edited it from that second camera, and now I've got an HD version in surround sound, which I'm going to broadcast tonight for the first time at 6 p.m. And I've cut half an hour of waffle out of it. So it'll last an hour and 45 minutes. So it'll finish at 7:45, which is 15 minutes before Eurovision.
Oh, there you go. And then you can watch both, and then you can be like...
If you're a really crazy fan of
We've got a lot of them.
Watch 2 song contests basically back to back tonight.
That's amazing. So we're going to have a little bit of a taster of that now, Richard. So this is like a compilation of all the finalists. Am I right to say that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, this lasts about 6 minutes, I think. So you might not want to listen to all of it. Feel free to fade
definitely
it out
want to listen to all of it.
I think we really do.
Gives us a chance to have a pee, Richard, you see. That's,
that's
also the
that's
other
a good
reason.
idea. I need to go as well, actually. Yeah, let's do that.
Well, just before you go then, can you quickly tell us about your new work, the Palestine Song Contest?
Yeah, well, I think a lot of the problems in the Middle East could be solved if the European Broadcasting Union would let Palestine enter the contest.
Yeah.
They're not allowed. There have been attempts for Palestine to enter in the past, and they've been turned down on the grounds that the EBU said that Palestine isn't a state. However, the last attempt was in about 2007, and since then, the United Nations has upgraded Palestine to an observer state, which is kind of de facto recognition of their statehood by the United Nations. So I think it's about time there was another attempt to get Palestine into Eurovision. I'm collaborating with a local arts organisation in Palestine and a variety of other international partners. The project doesn't have any funding yet, so if anyone's got a spare bit of funding, do let us know. And we're going to try and do a feasibility study, basically, into the logistics of getting Palestine into Eurovision.
Amazing.
Some Arabic countries have done it before. Morocco's been in it. Lebanon tried to enter. So there's precedent, and I think it will be good for everybody's spirits if Palestine entered Eurovision.
Yeah, I think so. And how can people help out with that, Richard?
There's a lot more information on my website, which is DeDomenici.com. Good luck spelling that. DeDomenici.com/Palestinian Song Contest. And also, if you want to know anything about Coronavision or watch tonight, you can go to DeDomenici.com/Coronavision. Coronavision HD is the link if you want to watch the HD version tonight.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Richard. It's been an absolute joy to meet you and hear about your work. And
likewise.
I think it's incredible.
And we're going to hear some of those clips now.
Yeah, we are.